We'd like a round of applause for the following groups of people, and thank you for your work. The table workers, the table runner and the tappers. One of the hardest jobs at the tournament. We thank you for it. Angie Lowe and her staff with the computers and all of the graphics. And finally, some of my personal favorite people here, the hospitality line workers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for since 9 o'clock this morning. The finals of the 2015 Eureka Invitational Wrestling Tournament. Tonight's parade of champions. You will see coming through this curtain 25 of the 28 wrestlers who placed in the tournament this year. 60 of them have been state qualifiers. 11 of them have placed at the state tournament, and we currently have 13 who are currently ranked in the state, including a handful who are number 1 in the state of Kansas. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for the hundreds of you here in attendance this afternoon, and the millions more around the world who wish they could be here, some of whom are, because we're now live streaming for the first time ever our finals. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! We begin our bracket with a freshman, 106 pounds. He comes in with a 21-6 overall record. He's had been a champion at one tournament this year at Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from Katy, Zane Stanta. His opponent, also a freshman with a 13-7 record. He's placed in 2 tournaments this season. A 5th place at Derby with the big 6A boys, and a 3rd place in Wellington. Welcome from El Dorado, Peyton Sadowski. Moving on at 113 pounds, we have a treat of a matchup. We start on top with a perfect record for a senior. 3 tournament championships this year. Halstead, Burlington, and Oklahoma. Last year he qualified for state the best way he could as regional champion. At the state tournament he went on to take 5th. He currently sits number 2 in 3-2-1A. Welcome from Fredonia, Gavin Burgess. His opponent, a sophomore with an also impressive 17-4 record. He's placed in 3 tournaments this winter, a 3rd at the tough tournament in Norton, a 2nd at Halstead. He was champion in Heston. Last year as a freshman, he was a state qualifier. Welcome from Marion High School, Jarrett Johnson. At 120 pounds, we start with a senior with a nearly perfect 19-2 record. 3 tournament placings this year, a 2nd place at Halstead, and 2 championships, Ken Ola and Burlington. He's been a state qualifier the past 2 years. How did he get there? He was regional champion as a sophomore and a junior. Last year at the state tournament, he took 3rd place overall. He is currently number 2 in the state. Welcome Fredonia Yellow Jackets' own Sam Taylor. His opponent, also a senior with a 17-5 record, 2 tournament placings this year, a 4th place in Wellington and another 4th in Clearwater. Welcome from Clearwater, Jordan Chambers. At 126 pounds, we start with a sophomore with a 19-3 record, 3 tournament placings on his resume, 2 seconds at Burlington and the Marion County Duels, and he was champion for the Wildcat Duels. Last year he's a state qualifier, and not just on the mat, folks, he does it in the classroom, a 3.10 GPA. Welcome from up the road in Burlington, Connor Richley. 3.90. Great point average. And just to put the icing on the cake, he's currently ranked in the state. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from Burlington, Colby Johnson. Not to be outdone, his opponent, a senior with a nearly flawless 16-1 record. He's been champion at 2 tournaments this season, one in Heston, one in Halstead. Last year, he qualified for state as a regional runner-up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from Hillsborough, Sean Carey. At 138 pounds, we have another power matchup. We start with a sophomore with a 13-3 record. He's placed in 2 tournaments this year. Second